Samya Hullanavar. I'm a Chief Consultant at Diabetes Reversal Clinic, Bangalore. So I'm over here today to talk about whether liver does a play in glucose regulation in the body, which directly contributes for diabetes. So to say it simple, whether the pancreas is only an organ which is concerned in the diabetes or any other organs are also involved. Yes, there are multiple organs are involved when I speak about metabolic disease. So the metabolism or your digestion process starts from it starts from your mouth, the saliva. So whenever you look at a food, you start secreting a saliva. So we say, like, whenever you look at a good food, you should start secreting, your mouth should start secreting a saliva. That's where your digestion starts. So where does it end? It ends by passing the motion, the excreta. So that's where in Ayurveda we speak about the appetite, the hunger, the motions and the sleep. These are the major three pillars to understand a person dosha imbalance or any kind of metabolic errors in the body. Anyways, coming back to liver. So doctor, what exactly liver does in the body or in contribution to diabetes? So let's speak about few things. The liver, the first thing is about secreting. So whatever the food we eat, so that has to be converted from sugar to energy. Why do we eat food? It is majorly for the same thing. So what we have is, after we eat food, the sugar has to be stored somewhere. It cannot just rush into the bloodstream because we don't keep eating 24/7, right? So we have to store that somewhere. Who is that one organ who stores that glucose, or let's say the energy in the form of glucose? We have to store. That is the major job of liver. So that is, we call it as storing of glucose. So once we store this glucose, like whether the liver stores it in the form of glucose only, no, it is also, we call it as glycogen. So liver basically stores glucose in the form of glycogen. So what does liver do that? So why does it stores the glucose? Why? Because it knows when to let that glucose stored in the form of glycogen to release into the bloodstream. So that we call it as like after meal or between the meals. Like morning I had my breakfast and afternoon, and I start burning some calories. We don't know, we don't have an exact routine every day. So we won't be spending that particular calories, and or we overspend the calories and my body need energy. So that is where comes a liver. So it starts releasing in between the meals, and as well as when you are sleeping at night, post dinner, so once you go to bed, so your body needs some energy. Then who is doing that part is our liver. So whenever we need that, releasing of the glucose is majorly taken by the glucose to provide the energy anyways. So the third job comes to be converting non-sugar into glucose. So what does it do, doctor? Exactly, we call it as that, gluconeogenesis. So whatever the food we are eating, whenever our sugar levels are falling down, the liver is the one which has to convert that particular non-sugars into glucose. So let's imagine our glucose is over, or the stored glycogen is over, and we don't have any food. So we are not able to have any food, and my body needs an energy. That is where it comes, converting all other form of glucose like amino acids into a glucose and provides us an energy. So the last thing comes is modulating insulin. So the liver also makes sure that whatever extra insulin is being secreted by the pancreas will be taken care. It clears it in our first pass itself. So majorly the liver does half of the work, if you ask me, in any kind of metabolic diseases. That's why when you have a fatty liver, that is the one of the major concern you are going towards the metabolic issues. So if you have the fat is the only thing which blocks or which starts making liver to function lesser. So any kind of obstructions, maybe like a cirrhosis, or if your liver is an alcoholic liver, So all these things contributes to reduce the metabolism of the particular glucose. So liver contributes equally for diabetes. It's not only to the blame pancreas, whether it is less secreting insulin, or it is extra or overproduction of insulin, or insulin resistance. Everything before it comes to a role of pancreas in diabetes, the first person to play a role is liver. So the liver plays a major role in insulin metabolism. So this is about liver, however the plays a great role in metabolic diseases. Thank you.